Hello everyone, welcome to Code and Web Automation Lab. This is Shortfall. Today we're going to learn how to handle cookies in Selenium, how we can automate different scenarios for cookies. Good. So let's see what is cookies first. Cookies is nothing, it's a temporary file. So it means when you browse something like we go to any website, example, we go any website, say Code and Web Automation Lab. This browser saves some history related to our browsing, like which website we're browsing, what we're doing. So those kind of history, it's saved in a different format. It's one of the format is called cookies. I can show you, and cookies is saved in different places. It's saved in your browser as well as it's saved in your machine too. I can show you where it's saved on your machine. If you go to run in your run option, then you type %temp and then if you click on OK, it will prompt a window and you can see there's lots of folders in different that's a random name. Those are all cookies, so it's all cookies. So it's good to clear your cookies once in a while. That's better. That's a good practice. So it's saved, all different stories like regarding our, working in our machine, browsing, different sites, we're looking for some things, all those things. So this is one place, and another place in your browser. So how can we can see? Let's go to inspect. And if you go to application, yes, if you go to the application, you will see there's a cookies folder here, and you can see there's a site. My recent few sites I visited. Code and Web Automation Lab. This is my the site. Facebook I visited recently. So if you check Code and Web Automation Lab, those are the cookies. You can see it has a name. So there's an IP jar, there's a tree, there's a name, and it has some attribute. Each and every cookies have a different value, different attribute, and each attribute have a value. Like a value is one attribute, domain, path, you can see it's the size, the HTTP or same size. Those are the the cookies. You can the different attribute of a cookie, the first one. Similarly, if you see Facebook every single, okay, this is all the cookies. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cookies, and those are the different attribute. Like value is attribute, domain is attribute, path. Those are the different attribute. So let's see how we can manage cookies in Selenium. So we'll do our exercise based on Code and Web Automation Lab this side. So let's get back to our Eclipse. Okay. So I created a class. It's called the Manage Cookies, and this is all prerequisite. You already know it. That's use the set property method for my Chrome driver, and a web driver interface and Chrome driver relationship, and then use the maximize method to max our window. I use implicitly wait. Let's not put the 10 seconds. Let's put 5 seconds. Yeah, and this is the site. Okay, that we're going to launch and test. Okay. So first, we'll see how we can manage. Okay, how to manage the cookies. So let's first we'll use the first comment would be code to manage or get cookies. Let's get cookies. So driver dot manage driver dot manage dot. There is a method called get cookies. Here you can see it. If you just type get cookie name, get cookies. Okay, get cookies, and you can see here's the one thing. When you select the get cookies, that get cookies method we'll get the idea, we'll get the all information regarding the cookies based on your website, the site you mentioned over here. And if you use this get cookies, you can see it's a return type. The return type is cookie, and it's this is the, you can say, data type. So this is the element, it's cookie element, and it's a type, it's set. So we have to select. When you select this, let's put, we give a name. We said a variable name, say all cookies. This is the variable name I saved, and then it's as I said, it's a return type. You saw this when you select it. The data return type. It's cookies. It's cookie, right? Cookie, data return type is cookie, and it's set its type. Okay, so let's hover your mouse, and then here hover is import Java util. So set, again, it's a little bit about the set. Set is an interface of the Java collection. If you hover on the Java set, you can see this. It's a collection that contains no duplicate elements. That's a set. Okay, and then it's a part of Java collection. So it's like a container, and it will save all the cookies. And since the cookies is not duplicate, there's no duplicate cookie. Each and every cookie, it's individual and separate. That's why we're using a set interface. It will save all the unique cookies, because all cookies are unique. Okay, it works like an array, but it's a container where you can save, a number of element, but it's not duplicate. Okay, let's move here. We'll import this cookie. Okay, let's do it. So now all cookies, this variable, have the knowledge about the cookies, all the cookies that we have in this page. Okay, so now this all cookies, this variable have the knowledge about this. Okay, so let's first we'll see how many cookies we have, so we can match. We saw this, there is a 3, it should be 3. Okay, we can match it. So to see how many cookies we have, so this is the variable is holding all the cookies, have the knowledge all the cookies. So if we use this variable, if we say dot size, if we use the size method, and if we just print it, or just let's put in a variable that's called count, and return type would be integer, because it will return the number. Okay, it will return the total number of cookies it's holding this variable. Okay, let's system print len. Let's print it the count. We can say system. Let's print it here. We'll say, okay, we'll say how about total number of cookies. First we'll find how many cookies we do have. Are okay, 1, okay, pass. Then we can just pass the count variable, because count variable now have the total number of cookies, right? And let's set it up. Okay, and then so we count the total number of cookies. Okay, and now we'll see each cookie it has a name. We saw that, right? We saw each cookie have a different attribute. For example, it has a name, it has a value, it has a domain, it has a path, it has size, and other stuff. So there is lots of some. So those are the attribute of each cookie. So we'll get some of the information about those cookies attribute. How about the get name, get domain, get path, and get value? So to do this, so we know that how many cookies we have, number. So how about we can we'll run a for each loop. For each loop, let me explain you about the for each loop first. What is for each loop? Okay, for each loop, it works like a for loop, but it's a little bit different. A for each loop, which is used exclusively to loop through elements in an array. It works like an array. Okay, what is array? So array, we know, array, you can say, say if you just give a variable, say a, and then you say integer is a type, right? And this is an array. You can say, okay, this is an array. Sorry for the bad drawing. And then you put the number here like 1, and then 2, and then 3, 4. Like this is an array, right? So array is nothing. It's a whole same type of data, but more than one element. Like if you have more than one object, you can put all the object. It's a number of combination of the object you can save in one variable. That's an array, right? So it works like an array. So if you have a group of element, you can save in a variable, and it is saved in a variable, and from there it will read one by one. So you will create another new variable. The for each will work similarly. You will have a variable name. You can see this is its syntax is like this. For, it will be keyword for, then there will be another new variable, like there will be variable name, and then the type of the variable, it depends on what type of variable. Then there is a clone, and then it's an array name. Array name would be like this. So in this case, and then inside the body there will be your code, your executing code, whatever you want. So in this case, it will be like this: for, and then the array name is now it's a. Looks like all of the you have a number of a combination of object you have. So it's be a, then one, and then you will give it new name, new variable is b, and then the type will be integer because it's integer type, right? And then there will be your body definition inside this. So it means this b will hold each and every element from your array. From your array, the first element is this one. So b will hold the first element, and it will get inside the loop and do the job based on your b variable. So b variable will have first element and will do something, and again your loop will come back here, and then what is the next value? It's like the next one, 2 b will have the next one, and it will do the job based on your b current value inside this, right? And it will keep continue the loop as long as you have the value until the last value in your a array. Okay, this is the concept. So similarly, here we can see all cookies. So this is all cookies. It's a variable that it has the knowledge all the cookies. So it's a group of cookies. If we run a for each loop like this, for, and then we'll say example that what's the array? First is array. I'll put the array here. This is the array. Then clone, and then the variable name. Say to give a variable name, whatever is a, and then the return type is cookie, right? The return type it should be cookie. Cookie is the return type. Okay. So it means you have the all cookies variable. This is the variable have all the knowledge about the cookies, the number of cookies. So it's more than one element, and a variable is a new variable we declare, so return type is cookie. A will have each and every, the one loop will continue, the current first element will hold the A and do something inside, and then loop will come back again, and then the second element from the all cookies variable will hold the holding in a variable, and it will applicable over here inside the come to the loop, and it will do something. So in that sense, we'll say, let's see, system.out.println. We'll see how about the name. We want to get the name. Okay, if we want to get the name of the cookie, okay, we'll say the first, now A have the A is holding the first the object of all cookies variable or arrays. So first, what is the first let's see, what is the first attribute is the name, second one's the value. So the first name would be, now name will A will hold the name first, so we're saying name. Let's see the name will print all the name. Let's say a dot get name. You'll see get name, right? A dot get name. Similarly, if we want, the next one is, say example, we want to know the domain, another attribute domain. We'll say a dot get domain. There is a let's a dot get domain. You can see domain. Okay, that will show, it will print the name of the domain, the value of the domain. Third, let's go for path. We saw that there's a path variable, so it has a value. We'll print the get path. Okay, you'll see a dot, now it's path, get path, right? And then the last one, example, we want to get the value. Okay, get the value attribute. So get value. Okay, will print. So for the each attribute, for the each attribute, the first one, there will be name, there will be domain, path, name. Sorry, this is not the name, it's a value. And then again, the loop will go back. There will be second name and second domain, the second path, second value. So let's make something like this, so that it give you the separate space in your output. Println will say something like this. Let's put something like this. Okay, so first it will be first set, then there will be print, this is like a divider, then it will print again second set, it will print then third set. Okay, so this is a three set, there's a three cookies in this the page. So let's print it and see if it works or not. Alright, here one is a Java application. Okay, looks like it's a little bit slow. Let's see. Okay, it's launched the page. Pretty good. Okay. What's the page? Nice. So we have to see the console for the output. You can see. It's found total number of cookies. It's 0. Did we clear already? Let me check if I already cleared the cookies. Okay, here is the reason. Okay, I think I already cleared the cookies. That's why you can see this. I inspected and this is the site and there is nothing. There's no cookies. That's why it doesn't show. Okay, let's do it in. Let's say that if the Facebook shows anything. Cookies got rid of that. Let me edit cookies. Okay. Let me check Facebook. Okay, I'm pausing the video so that I can just browse the site Facebook, and I clear before I started the video I cleared the cookies. That's why it's not showing anymore. So let me just pause the video and just browse the Facebook so that it shows some cookies. It gets some cookies. Okay, then we'll do the exercise. Okay, so we change the URL. Okay, we're going to use the Facebook. Looks like I deleted all the cookies, so the browser got fresh. There was no history, so I just browsed a little bit of the Facebook, and it just checked that yes, it has no cookies. Okay, let's run it. Okay, it's a launch the page. Good. Okay, let me see the result. Here we go. You can see the console result. There's output. Total number of cookies are 4, and then those are the this is the first cookie. This is the name, and the domain value is facebook.com. This is the path. The value. I can see this. You can match even. Let's match it. You can see. Let's right click, inspect it. Let's do. I like this one. Okay, application. Then you go cookies. Okay, this is Facebook. Okay, you can see the first one. DATR, right? We just saw it. It's the first one. It's a DA. It's a DATR, and it's a domain. The next one. The domain is Facebook. You can see this if you just say this is the domain. It's Facebook. See it just. So you can see this is the Facebook. Okay, the value of domain is Facebook. Path. This is the path, right? This is the path, and okay, so you can just match it all those things. That's how we can see it. It's a 4 attribute. We found 4 cookies, and each and every attribute we found some values. This is the first one, and then you know what? Let's put this one inside the loop. You put it inside the loop. So after the first one, it will show one divider, then it will show the next one. Let's run it, save it, run it, cover application. Okay, let's minimize it and let's go to, I think I closed it earlier before it's launched. Before it gets the data, I closed it earlier, the browser. Still not you can see, so I closed it a little bit fast, so that's why it didn't get the data. Okay, now you can see. Here we go. The total is 4. This is the first one, the main path value. And similarly, this is the next one, FR domain path value. So all of the 4 cookies we're getting the values for different attributes. Okay, so we know now that the cookies and its name and then the different attributes. Now, how about we need to it's always good to clear your cookies, delete your cookies, so that it's when you do a new test, it's for the same data, it doesn't get the the history from your previous the history from the cookies, that it can interrupt your new testing. So it's better to delete your cookie. That's why you'll see this is kind of like prerequisite we do. Like we maximize the window, then we put some implicit or global weight. We also clear the cookies, the delete all cookies. There's a method that deletes all cookies. So let's delete all cookies, and then we'll confirm that the cookies got deleted. Okay, so our next task is delete all cookies. It's very simple. We'll say driver dot manage method driver.manage dot delete, or you can say add cookies, delete cookies. I will say delete all cookies. There's a method. So it's this method delete all the cookies the side you're working. Okay. Now, how can we confirm this method was delete? Okay. So we'll run. This is the next task. We'll confirm. Find out that the cookies got deleted after after we execute this method. To do this, let's again we'll put the driver.manage.get all the cookies. We'll get all the cookies and put in a variable, and we'll run it. Okay, we'll see how many size. If it says the size is 0, it means the deleted. Okay, so we'll say driver.manage dot get cookies. Okay, get cookies, and put in a variable, same code. Put in a variable, say give a name after del or after delete. Okay, put in a variable, give a name after delete, and return type would be cookie. With the element, return type is cookie, and it will be put in a set interface, right? And then let's print the size. So we'll just put this one variable. We'll say system.out.println, and we'll say okay, total number of cookies, total number of cookies after delete. I would say that dot get size method. Dot size, sorry. Size, right? So again, after we delete the cookies, use this method, and then we get all the cookies knowledge and put in a variable, and then we use the size method for this variable, so it will return us the total number of cookies. It should return us 0 because we already cleared all the cookies. So let's save the code and run it. Okay, it's after the page. Okay, let's get to the console without. So this is the total number of cookies is 4, and all of the first name and the values for the different variable domain are values. So we got 4, and then you can see the print is total number of cookies after delete. It's 0 because we use the delete all cookies method. So it's clear all the cookies. So that's all for this tutorial. Thanks everyone, and stay tuned. Don't forget to click on the subscription, and we'll see you next tutorial.